everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome one and all to episode 193 of In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver or gold, or indeed platinum, because this week we are looking at the coolest items, in my mind, that have come out of that big group order that we unboxed last Wednesday. If you've not seen the video, I'll put a link down in the description below. You can see all of these pieces coming out of that very large parcel from the European Mint. And as I have done in the past, we do a bit of a rapid fire in Focus Friday to have a look at the cooler items, or the coolest items I should say, that come out of those parcels. And we've got all three metals represented here, platinum, gold and silver. So some really cool things to look at and showcase here today. I don't really have a great deal of time to go through all of the individual particulars about these things, like the mintages and micro details about the coins. This is more just to give you all an overview and an aesthetic overview of what I like and have seen come out of these group orders. So if we should start somewhere, I think we should start with the most valuable item on the table, platinum. There's a platinum coin that's been included in this group order, and it's a really nice one as well. It's the Big Five, the elephant, coming out of the South African Mint. Really like these. I unboxed, as part of the group order, I think it was the last one we did, the silver versions, and they came in these sort of plastic cardboard sleeves, and they had all the information about the animal. It was a very, very well presented piece, I have to say. Of course, a premium at the sort of silver. I don't know if they were proofs. I think they were basically just the really fancy BU carded ones, but they're really nice. I love these designs. I think they're quite refreshing. A good new take on the sort of African wildlife series, and those are fairly common coins. We've seen lots of different countries within Africa or mints around the world that have the different African wildlife series, and I like this one. The Big Five, of course, is the famous, those are the most famous animals here with the elephant. What I like about this as well is that it's not like a traditional coin. You don't just get the Queen's head on the other side. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are very anti-Queen. That's just it boggles the mind why that is. I don't mind having the Queen's head on the reverse of a coin. What I do like, though, is when designers take really good design choices with that and work around it rather than just having the Queen's head on the side. This is, of course, a refreshing difference because there is no Queen's head on here. It is, of course, a coin still, 20 Rand, which is interesting, actually, because 20 Rand is not worth a very large amount of money at all. But we have here 1 ounce of platinum, which is, of course, worth quite a bit of money. Platinum, not really going to go into whether or not platinum is a good buy right now, but when I saw these go up for sale through the European Mint, I got a sort of newsletter email notification that they had them in stock. I think they had 100 of them in stock, and they sold within 4 or 5 hours. So there's definitely an argument to be had that platinum is popular, or these Big Five are popular right now, but platinum does come at a pretty hefty premium over its raw metal price. So there's always something to factor in with platinums. Personally, I did not get one. I would potentially have got one if I had seen it and maybe dwelled on it a little longer, but I'm happy that I didn't. So it's a little bit of I'm sitting on the fence about platinum still. But if you like that and you like that coin, let me know down in the description below. Now, the next item to showcase is the PAMP 5 gram gold bar here. A bit of an odd one to showcase because I don't really want to flip it over, as it's got all of the sort of security features that come on these, and obviously this is not mine, I don't really want to reveal all of those to anybody out there. So, PAMP is really nice. I always love the look of PAMP bars, and this being a 5 gram gold bar, you get a little bit of a bigger look at the PAMP design there, the PAMP logo. It's really very, very pretty indeed. They always do a good job, I have to say, of their production. The only thing that I will say about, not just about PAMP bars, but just generally about gold bars that are in assay cards, they are very easily faked and very hard to detect fakes. I say it's also very easy to detect fakes if you know what you're looking for, but because they're in these assay cards, people just think because they're in the assay card, they're genuine and they cannot be faked. But unfortunately, they are targeted for that very reason. People have this over reliance on these assay cards being the verification tool, when unfortunately they can be the exact thing that makes you lulled into this sort of scams out there. So be very cautious. If you are going to buy them and collect them, then make sure you get them from reputable dealers. They do come with all of these additional sort of security measures on the back, which are making it harder now for people to fake the bars, but again, it's about whether you're in the know or not. So I really like it. It's a good buy, certainly from a real dealer, but always be careful on them. Next up, we are visiting. Let's have a look at the Equilibrium round. So this is a really nice one. I believe this is the Newey Mint that has made them. I could be wrong with that. I'm sorry if I am. They are part of a sort of wave of cool new coins that are coming out. We've got the Vivat Humitas, the Terra Nova, and there's a few others as well, which look really cool. I love this sort of Equilibrium looking butterfly here. It's kind of everything's yin and yang about it. It really is very cool indeed. My only criticism of it, and it really annoys me a little bit, you see the two yin and yang symbols, they're not perfectly matched up. If it was, I know it's meant to be sort of a mirror image, and if you fold the butterfly's wings up, it's all fine, but it just irks me that you can't, it would have been good to have the superimposed things the other way around so that it all matched up. Anyway, I love the micro amount of detail that's gone into this coin. It's a really attractive one. For a while, these were one of the cheapest coins that you could get on the European Mint's website, and they were very popular in the recent group order for good reasons, because they're very attractive looking as well. And I like that on the reverse, it's not, as I said earlier, it's not just the Queen's head. Yes, you've got the Queen's head here. I've just realised, actually, I think this is perhaps coming out of, I don't know if it's, I think it's the Newey Mint. I could be wrong. It's using Ian Rank Broadley's portrait there, so perhaps it's Perth Mint. I don't know. I don't think it is Perth Mint though. Anyway, Tokelau is the sort of country there, and of course the borders all around it, looking like the double helix DNA strands there. So it's all got this kind of theme going through it. And I think if you look at all of these little letters here, it's the DNA coding there. So it's all about that and unlocking the genome codes and stuff. It's really very cool. Much like minute details. Really attractive looking thing. So there we have the Equilibrium coin. I like it. I think it's a nice one to see and to showcase here. Now we're definitely moving to Perth Mint. I know this now for a fact because we've got some really cool items, and I wanted to show, I haven't really shown these, I've got a couple that I got ages ago to put on in Focus Friday but never got round to it. The next generation koala. So we have here, this is a 2-ounce koala, and it was, the next generation stuff was sort of initiated in 2018 as a kind of a refreshing take on the new, or sorry, a refreshing take on the old kind of koalas, kookaburras. We've got loads of different ones coming out now, and they are nice, don't get me wrong, but they don't have that, I don't know, that just sort of level of awesomeness that the old school koalas do. This is the 2020 koala. I just love, I kind of think this is a little bit too busy of a coin. The radial pattern in the background, I think, just detracts a little bit. It looks almost like the koalas are falling into the space-time continuum, if you know what I mean, or they're going into warp speed. It's just, it doesn't quite fit with the theme of the coin. And I get what the Perth Mint are trying to do here. It is an attractive-looking coin. Don't get me wrong. It's up there definitely, but I don't think it's something sort of separating it from all of the rest, and certainly not from the previous iterations of kind of koalas and kookaburras and all of the timeless classics that have come out of the Perth Mint that look like this. But I would be intrigued to know what you guys think about that. Well, there's actually two more things that I've saved the best till last, but this is again a similar thing. It's the next generation kind of, they're basically trying to do thick Piedfort type coins. So this, as you'll know, is 2 ounces. These are just 1 ounces of silver, so they're basically trying to double the thickness of their coins. Whether that's just to kind of sell more silver or not, I don't know. This is a interesting one here. We've basically got a 10-ounce crocodile. Again, next generation with the radial theme pattern. This is kind of the theme that sticks everything together. Not overly fond of this. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessarily setting the ground alight with detail. It's got some detail, yes, but there could have been more effort made on the water there. The background is just this radial pattern, which is just a little bit boring, I think. Got the new Jodie Clark portrait of the Queen there as well. So, yeah, all in all, okay, average. Not going to set the world on fire, but I thought it'd be worth a look here so you can see it up close. Now, the steal of the entire group order was, without doubt, these kookaburras. Now, the customer that ordered these did not order these specific ones. He ordered random year kookaburras and happened to get the 25-year anniversary high relief, absolutely gorgeous kookaburras, and 2 of them at that too. So kudos to him for the lucky draw there. And now there are some smudges and things on the capsules. I can't quite tell. I don't think those are going through to the coin. I think all the coins look in pretty pristine condition. Don't know how they would grade if they went in for grading, but they look pretty good to me and to my eye. And I think these are awesome. It's very difficult without taking the capsule off to demonstrate quite how high relief these are, but they do have some quite high features on these kookaburras, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I'm jealous. I'm really jealous of this customer who managed to get hold of these as a random draw, and he placed this order an awful long time ago, and without telling you exactly what the customer paid for it, let me tell you, this is a steal of the year, in my opinion. It's definitely the deal of the year, and kudos to them. Yeah, I hope you enjoy those when you get hold of them. So that is the roundup of this sort of week's episode. So do let me know your thoughts on all of these coins down in the comment section. Which is your favourite out of all of them? That's what I would like to know. It'd be interesting to see which one comes out on top. I have a sneaky feeling that it will be those special kookaburras, but you never know, we could be pleasantly surprised. Now, next week we are also featuring some items from the big group order, which I've not seen in person before, and I really, really like the look of. I'll give you a very brief flash. There we go. Some 5-ounce special America the Beautiful quarters, except they're giant. And if we show the other side, whoosh, there we go. So, with the very brief time that I get these in my possession before I pack them up and send them out to my my member of the group order, it's going to be filmed. So that's what we're featuring next week. If you want to see that episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want notifications when we upload videos, then hit the alarm bell. Otherwise, usual shout out to all health and key workers out there. Thank you so much for all of your hard work, keeping us happy, healthy, safe and fed. Otherwise, that's it from us. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.